going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. We got another banger today in the series that I've been doing, experimenting with. Hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below if you're chilling with it or not. But today we're going to be continuing that and going over some more likes that I have for certain car companies today, not necessarily just one brand. So like I said, guys, we're continuing with what we've been doing thus far, but today I'm going to be going over car brands, like I said. So we're going to be going over my top 5 German car companies slash brands. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer: all the car companies I go over today are, relatively speaking, luxury brands. All the cars that they make are considered that, so just a heads up. And realistically, I'm just saying that because I won't be going over like daily drivers that I like, anything like that. That will be coming soon though to the channel, so stay tuned for that. But again, let's get into what we have going on today. Now, for these 5 that I will go over today, they are in a specific order. They're all in an order that I like them, from, we'll go, I guess, 5 being the worst to 1 being my favorite and whatnot. But all these car companies I do like, no matter what. There's at least 1 to 2 models that I do enjoy from each brand that I will go over today. So just remember that when I do go over them, it's not like I don't like these brands or anything. I really like them. That's why I picked these 5 in particular, because these are my favorite 5. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into my top 5 German car companies. Alright, guys, number 5, we got Aston Martin. Now, Aston Martin is a brand that I necessarily, a couple years ago wasn't a huge fan of, but I do like them now. They have some really cool models. My personal favorite is the DBS Superleggera. I'm a real big fan of the Vantages, and these look, pretty similar to those, not super different, but I do like them a lot. The big aggressive grille in the front. This example is $300,000. They're very expensive, I will not lie. They're a lot of money, but you would be getting quite a bit of performance with that money. Now, the back end I like. It's nice and sleek. It's got that little lip in the back. A big fan of that. It's a compact car, right? So you could probably daily drive this one. I haven't seen a ton on how it is, but you could look into that for sure. This example has 10,000 miles, so not too bad, realistically speaking. Now, these Superleggera models have 715 horsepower. That is absolutely incredible. That's a lot of horsepower in, not a huge car, right? But yeah, I really like it. The styling's good. Quad exhaust in the back. Little Superleggera symbol, always cool. Got to make sure people know what you're driving. But again, that's probably my favorite Aston Martin there. Now, another one that I really like is the just the V8 Vantage Roadster. Now, this example is a 21. It's got 2,000 miles. Again, Aston Martin loves those big grills in the front, which I kind of like too. I'm not gonna lie. Makes it look good, especially with the Superleggera, but this example is really cool. I like the black and the red guts per se. On the interior, the lip right here, I like that too. That's a pretty cool example. Again, look at that interior. That is incredible. For $180,000, you're getting about 500 horsepower, which is good. I think it's good, but especially for a convertible, like, what more could you ask for realistically? Now, my last Aston Martin I want to go over is the DBX. Now, the DBX is one that I do like. There's just one main thing I'm not a huge fan of, and it is that back lip. That is the weirdest thing I have seen on an SUV probably ever. Now, you can put like lips on like Urus's and Cayenne turbos, stuff like that. This is already built in though, and it's got like the taillights in there. I don't know if I like that or don't. Probably, I wouldn't get this SUV if I wanted to right away. There's probably better ones out there, but 550 horsepower, you can't go wrong. So again, a couple really cool options with Aston Martins. They're my number 5 spot for top German brand cars. Alright, guys, number 3 spot, we got BMW. Now, another car brand that I've liked for a long time. I've had family members look at them. They're super cool. My favorite, in all honesty, is again going with an SUV, the X6M competition. Now, the X6 is like a quirky kind of SUV. looking thing. It's got like the hatch kind of thing in the back. I really like these cars though. This is a 2019, so it's, you know, a couple years old. $68,000, pretty good deal there. But yeah, this model I like. I actually almost prefer the older ones to the new ones, just because I don't know, they look more natural. I almost feel like the new ones look a little kind of discombobulated in a sense. I don't know though. Let me know what you guys think below. But anyway, I really like them. The inside's good with the carbon and all that. So X6M's, you know, probably one of my favorites there. Now another one I really like is the M8. Now there's a lot of convertibles you can see here. We'll just click on this one. It's got the carbon exterior package. M8s are super cool. Now they are really long cars. They're big cars, but I mean, I just think they're the coolest thing ever. You know, look at all that carbon on the outside. You got some on the grill here, right here underneath the lights. You got it on the mirrors. You got the little lip in the back. I mean, that is the coolest thing ever. I think I like the way these look. Quad exhaust. These things are fast too. I mean, they're big cars, but they're packing. Both the specs here, you know, 615 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. Really cool. This car too, in this Marina Bay blue metallic color. Cool as well. The last one I would like to go over is an M4. Now, M4s are cool because I feel like they're more of a daily driver car. I feel like they're not necessarily as crazily priced and as hard to find as other ones. So here's the new ones. Now, a lot of people don't like the kidney grills and their oversized nature, like right here. I personally don't mind them. I actually kind of like them with how the car looks, but M4s are super cool. Quad exhaust again. They look very similar to the M8. Just, you know, the M8 doesn't have that big grill, obviously, but I really like this car. Super nice interior once we get there. Yeah, right here. You know, BMW, again, another brand that doesn't miss out on being luxury. So those are kind of my top three Beamers. So again, at the number 3 spot, we got BMW. Alright guys, number 2 spot, we got Porsche. Now, I really like Porsche. It's another brand I've liked for a long time. There's a couple models in particularly I love. The first one being the 911 GT3, or GT3 RS, really, however you want to put it. The GT3 RS is more track. It's got a little, even, I mean, let me start over. The GT3 already is track focused. The GT3 RS has even more track focused things. Now this GT3 is 170,000. I love the frog eyes, obviously, in the front. That's what makes it so distinct. The huge spoiler on the back. I love the wheels too. I don't know if a lot of people talk about the rims and how they look, but the stock GT3 rims are nutty. They're insane. They look super good. Obviously the inside is super cool too. You got this red striping here with the carbon bucket seats and all that Alcantara. So cool. So again, probably my favorite Porsche right there. Another cool one I like is just the Turbo S, 911 Turbo S. This is another one that's pretty expensive. I mean, it's not really a lot different than a GT3, and just in the sense that it's not necessarily as track focused, but still crazy car, crazy fast. These gold rims are insane. But yeah, I mean, cool interiors on these Porsches. Again, another designer car company that's like super focused on just making them as good as they can get them, which you have to admire from a buyer standpoint. But yeah, those are more ones that are, you know, kind of track focused and whatnot. Now, one I do want to get to is the 918 Spider. Now, the 918 Spider is extremely rare. There's not many out there because they didn't make them like that, right? And they're super spendy. Now this is number 483, or 453, sorry. $1.6 million. Now, the 918 Spider has a very simple interior, but one of the coolest cars that I've seen, you know, online that I'd like to see in person. This car is so cool. It's so stylish. I mean, it's sick. It's got a huge spoiler. It's super, super fast. Pull up the specs real quick if I can. Maybe I can't, but yeah, I mean, one of 300 imported here to the U.S. Just crazy. But again, you're paying $25,000 a month for that. So if you think that's in your budget, then you go ahead. But anyway, that's the number 2 spot is Porsche. So many cool models. Alright guys, number 1 spot. Now if you watched my last video, you'd probably see this coming. It is though Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz is my favorite for so many reasons. Not only do they have a ton of cars that I'd like to own one day, but all of them are so stylish nowadays. I mean, I don't really see one on the street that I'm like, yuck. You know, like one that I don't like. Obviously, some of the more popular ones will start off with, you know, the G-Wagon, one of the most iconic SUVs ever made. So many people own them. They're super cool to see on the road. You're getting, you know, 500, 600 horsepower in these things too, which is cool. I've always liked the interior of them too. This one's got the bloody interior again, which is super cool. I mean, look at that stitching. That's incredible. So much stitching there. Such meticulous work done by Mercedes. And yeah, I mean, G-Wagons are super cool in general. I don't know if I would necessarily get one, just because there's other ones I like, but still, really cool. Also, the AMG GTs. This is a GTC. You know, GTCs don't have as much horsepower as like a GTR or a Black Series, but still 550 horsepower in this tiny car. I mean, that's insane. I've always liked the interior of these two. You got the ambient lighting going on in there. Super cool. Carbon everywhere. Crazy color too. That blue is super, super cool. And you got the blacked out logos on the front and back. But yeah, really cool. I like the GTs. The last one I will get to is obviously kind of my favorite. Yes, yes, yes. I know. It is the GT series. Now this is a 53, so this isn't necessarily one that I would love. I'd like more like a GT63, obviously, but overall, again, I really like the styling of these cars. I said it last video. The inside is so cool, so modern. So yeah, Mercedes-Benz, number 1 favorite German car company. So many insanely cool, quirky looking cars, ones that I all like. Well guys, that'll do it. Those are my top 5 German auto companies, again in the order that I like them most. Now, I really like German cars. If you guys like these kind of videos going over different car companies, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, those are kind of my top 5, and let me know if you change the list or what your list is in general. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment again, and make sure to share with your friends and all that. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are liking these videos. I'm kind of liking doing this new content, you know, while we're kind of looking at new things to do to my car. But yeah, until next time, we will see you later. Our dude is out of here.